In a sensational turn of events at the Matlala Commission of Inquiry, a secret witness known only as Witness X has revealed that businessman Vuzimuzi Ket Matlala circulated highly sensitive records containing the identity numbers of several high-profile South African figures, including President Cyril Ramaphosa. According to the testimony, these records were shared via WhatsApp by a former police officer, exposing a troubling network that allegedly facilitated the exchange of confidential information among influential individuals. The disclosure has sent shockwaves through political, business, and law enforcement circles, highlighting the extent to which personal data of the nation's elite can be misused and circulated without accountability. The Matlala Commission, formerly titled the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference, and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System, was established by President Ramaphosa in July 2025. Its mandate is to investigate allegations of collusion and corruption within South Africa's criminal justice system, focusing on the interactions between politicians, senior police officials, prosecutors, intelligence operatives, and members of the judiciary. Chaired by retired Constitutional Court Justice Maiseli Matlala, the Commission has already uncovered evidence of deep-rooted networks of influence, with Matlala emerging as a key figure due to his business dealings and close ties with law enforcement and political figures. Witness X's testimony has painted a picture of Matlala as a well-connected businessman who allegedly used his influence to manipulate contracts and shield himself from legal consequences. The witness detailed how Matlala's WhatsApp communications with various individuals, including businessman Suleiman Karim, revolved around tenders in the health services sector and multi-million rand payments, revealing a web of transactions that suggest the deliberate leveraging of personal and professional relationships for financial gain. These revelations are particularly concerning given Matlala's company's history of winning lucrative state contracts, some of which have faced scrutiny by auditors and investigative bodies for irregularities. Matlala's involvement in state tenders is well documented, particularly in the security and medical services sectors, and his estimated net worth, reportedly between R100 and R150 million, has fueled speculation about the scale of his operations and the extent of his influence. Testimony before the commission also revealed alarming connections between Matlala and senior police officials. For instance, KwaZulu-Natal Hawks head Major General Lesetja Sanona reportedly referred to Matlala as "my brother," indicating a close relationship that raises serious questions about potential favoritism and the risk of corruption within the police force. Such connections suggest that Matlala may have enjoyed protection or preferential treatment in ways that compromise the integrity of law enforcement operations. In addition to allegations related to the circulation of sensitive personal information, Matlala faces multiple legal challenges. He is reportedly implicated in cases involving attempted murder, illegal possession of firearms, and fraud. The outcomes of these legal proceedings are likely to have far-reaching consequences for both Matlala and the network of individuals connected to him, potentially implicating other high-ranking officials in the process. The revelations about Matlala have sparked widespread concern among South Africans, particularly about the safety and security of personal information belonging to public figures and ordinary citizens alike. The alleged circulation of identity numbers of high-profile individuals demonstrates the vulnerability of personal data in an environment where political, business, and law enforcement networks intersect. The public discourse surrounding these revelations has intensified calls for stricter oversight, transparency, and accountability within both government institutions and private business dealings. The Matlala Commission continues to play a critical role in uncovering the full extent of Matlala's alleged activities, and further testimony is expected to shed light on the depth of corruption and influence peddling within the criminal justice system. Analysts suggest that the case could expose systemic weaknesses in governance and law enforcement, revealing how personal relationships and private interests may undermine public trust. For South Africans, the unfolding developments underscore the importance of vigilance, public oversight, and the need to hold influential figures accountable, regardless of their social or political standing. Moreover, Witness X's revelations highlight a growing concern over the misuse of technology for the dissemination of sensitive information. The fact that WhatsApp, a widely used communication platform, was allegedly employed to circulate identity numbers and other confidential records illustrates the risks posed by digital channels when used unethically. As investigations continue, authorities are likely to explore the mechanisms through which such information was obtained, shared, and exploited, and whether additional safeguards can prevent similar breaches in the future. The public reaction to these disclosures has been intense, with citizens demanding answers from both political leaders and law enforcement agencies. Many are calling for a thorough investigation into the networks that allowed such activities to occur and for meaningful consequences for those involved. The episode also reignites broader debates about corruption, accountability, and the accountability of the state's institutions in safeguarding both personal and public interests. For those interested in staying informed about the ongoing proceedings at the Matlala Commission, the testimony against Matlala, and other developments in South African politics and law enforcement, subscribing to our channel ensures timely updates and detailed analyses. We will continue to cover the investigation closely, bringing viewers an inside look at the unfolding stories, expert insights, and the implications for governance, business, and public trust in South Africa. In conclusion, the testimony revealing that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala circulated records of high-profile figures represents a critical moment in South Africa's efforts to confront corruption and misuse of personal data. It exposes the complex relationships between business people, politicians, and law enforcement officials and raises pressing questions about accountability, transparency, and the protection of sensitive information. As the Matlala Commission continues its work, the nation watches closely, eager for answers and for concrete steps to ensure that justice is served. The unfolding investigation serves as a reminder of the importance of public vigilance, ethical conduct, and the need for continued reforms in both the criminal justice system and private sector practices to safeguard the country's democratic institutions.